Well, that didn't work. Why, hello there, Nice Toe here, bringing you a summary of a knife I have done a full review on. The full review will be linked down in the description. I do hope this video finds you well. I hope that you get something out of watching this channel. This is a really good knife, just kicking it out of the way so you can click off if you want right out of the gate. This is the Remette Peregrine Falcon, and yeah, this thing is great, and it's well priced. It is a titanium liner lock in M390 blade steel, right there, with, I mean, it's a Tonto clip point. I've had someone describe it on my original video as a, like, sort of, kind of reminds them of a spay blade, and I can totally see that. It also kind of looks spear pointish. It's an interesting blade shape that is surprisingly useful. You can actually get to the tip. You can use the secondary tip. It's reasonably thin, 2 angles, so you can sort of put some pressure into a push, and you can definitely get real nice up and close there and use the push grip on the back end too. One of the most interesting things about this is that while it is a liner lock, as you can see, it is also a pivot lock. You press in the pivot, it moves the liner out of the way, and it drops. I really like that. It's a fun mechanism, but it's also pretty convenient, and also there is a lock on the other side, so in the open position, it doesn't work in the closed position, but in the open position, you can lock it, so it doesn't disengage on you should you hit this pivot, which is pretty hard to do. And in the pocket, the pivot, one thing that I think is a very nice little touch here, is the pivot, as you can see, has a little bit of natural play. Actually, quite a bit of natural play before it starts actually pushing into anything. So in your pocket, that is not going to release the blade. It's a safety mechanism. In fact, I don't even think I talked about that on the full review. Didn't even think about it. But aside from that, we have front flipper, not the greatest jimping, admittedly, but it is pretty high to the pivot, and yeah, it works just fine, so I'm not going to complain, but the jimping could be better and wrap around. The opening hole, the only complaint that I actually have lies with this opening hole, and that's when I grab this knife and pick it up, I put my finger right here, and as you can see, I'm actually kind of like right below, my natural position is right below the actual full hole. Yes, you can flick off this little lip here, but you can also slip off that pretty easily. So I wouldn't mind seeing this part of the hole just extended down just a tiny bit. But, of course, if you just grab it up higher, it works fine. I just find myself not tending to do it properly all the time. This is, I guess, a tritium slot. You can thumb flick it. The plunge grind is quite good, and the stop pin, while behind that, definitely hits on the point where it's thick enough that you can definitely extend the plunge grind in front of that area with little problem, because it hits way back here, even though it looks like it's kind of right up behind there. So you're probably not going to have sharpening issues with this. It's nice. It's got a pretty compact look to it, honestly. It feels like you have a lot of handle, but overall small knife. But it's not really that small of a knife. It is, where the heck did my... Oh. Did that thing run away on me? I think that thing ran away on me. I have no idea where my... Oh, no, never mind. There it is. Stupid thing. It's just shy of 3.5 inches of blade. So it's a full-size knife. Very reasonable. Very nice. This particular one has the gold, and this is like a black-brown, which... I don't know. It looks really good. It's not a color pattern that you see a lot. It's kind of like a bronzish black. It's quite nice, and it makes it look distinct. Got a little bit of a sort of a mechanical, futuristic styling vibe to it. Oh, another tritium slot there, I suppose, on the pocket clip. Remette logo down there. Nothing else. Blade is sterile. Very nice. There is a lock bar insert. It's just really hard. It's down deep in there. Though I think the lock itself is steel, so they're just added extra stuff, I guess. What the heck, why not? There is no play on this knife, or there hasn't been, and it didn't come with it, and it came perfectly centered, so very, very good on the execution. I've been pretty pleased with Remette's overall in general. There is some weight reduction, mostly You definitely can't see it down in there. Let's see if I turn on another light. Yeah, there's... it's going to just be a pain in the butt. There's weight reduction in there. You just have to take my word for it. But, of course, the liner, the extra liner that's attached to the blade, or not the blade, the pivot, is taking up part of the room, so there's only so much. They compensated for the weight reduction by putting something in there. Is what I'm trying to say and failing miserably. Bearings in the pivot. Good, smooth action. Pretty good. Kind of a shake shut, but still very smooth, even with just using the liner. There's also hair in there. I really have to clean this thing out. Full backspacer. Small lanyard hole, but in a reasonable spot, not being prioritized over the clip. It is not deep carry. It is sort of medium at best, but there's a decent amount to get your hands on in to pull it out of your pocket. But I will say that these scales, they are slick, they are completely smooth, so I haven't had issues with it. But I suppose on thick pants or something that it really gets held on to really tight, you might really have to give it a good grip to pull out. The pocket clip is a little stiff, but it does flex, it holds its position, and it's fine. Honestly, it all works out well. So, like I said, this is a really good knife. This is an interesting knife doing fun things with just simple changes. I mean, just adding that. But the overall styling, the neutral handle that actually gives you a lot of grip room and a lot of grip positions. It's all really well done and very recommendable. These things come in, what is it? Under $250, I believe, if I recall correctly. I don't do all the research or look up the pricing typically for summaries. Mostly because I'm lazy right now, I'll be completely honest with you. But they're well worth their price. A lot of Remette models are doing some interesting stuff, or just pretty decent for what they're offering. I'm stumbling over words, and I apologize for that. But yeah, the Remette Peregrine Falcon, very good, very nice, very recommendable. And I'm actually going to leave it here. Like I said, quick summary, full review, has all the specs and all the few more things that I talked about. It's quite a bit longer. My full reviews are quite a bit longer, but that's going to end it here. I'm going to say thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out the channel. Consider liking and subscribing, and have a great day. I'm going to get you out of here nice and quick. See you later.